MP4-27, the challenger for the 2012 Formula One season.
Yeah. Let's make sure it doesn't fall off. Try not to rip any of it off.
Careful with that cloth.
It's quite heavy.
And there we are, ladies and gentlemen, in all her glory, the MP4-27. First time, Lewis, that you've seen the car. What are your initial thoughts on it?
I think it was fantastic. Firstly, good morning, everyone. It's great to be here again after a great winter, and just seeing the hard work that's gone into building this car is it's very inspiring. And I think the car is probably the most refined looking car we've had for some time now. So very excited to get back into it.
I'm sure both you and Jensen itching to get onto the track. How important is it to start firing straight away, to hit the ground running, as it were, when we come to testing?
Very important, and it's something that we know. We've got to come out of the box and be strong. And the important thing about testing it is what it says on the tin. It's testing, and it's about finding your feet throughout the days of testing before the first race, so that you arrive at the first race with confidence in the people that you're working with, and also in the car that you're driving. So it's a very, very important time for the whole season. So we're excited. I'm sure every team is a little bit apprehensive when it comes to testing. Yeah, I can't wait to jump into the car.
Come and take a bit of a closer look, Jensen and Lewis, if you can, for a moment. And it looks very much like an evolution of last year's car, but I'm sure a whole lot has changed underneath the skin, Lewis.
Yeah, I mean, obviously we've changed the side pods. We had the L-shaped side pods last year. The front of the car is generally the same. Obviously the nose dips down a little bit different to last year. We've changed our wind mirrors a little bit, so hopefully we'll be able to see a lot better, which is something that I was pushing hard for. Yeah, Felipe will be very happy with that. Then particularly the back of the car is a lot neater than it was last year. It's much tighter, so the focus very much on making it as snug as possible at the back to improve aerodynamics. And yeah, it's just completely refined. The wing is a little bit better in terms of dropping drag, and we've tried our best to improve the rear floor, especially with no blown diffuser this year. It's going to be very tricky for us. We lose a lot of downforce without the blown diffuser. When we were on power last year and when we were off power, we had an incredible amount of downforce just coming from the back floor with the exhaust blowing just by the spat, and we don't have that this year. So that's really the biggest loss for us, and we're trying to regain it in all other ways. But I think the guys have done a fantastic job, and it's a lot trickier to drive the way it is right now, but I think as we get into the season, I think we'll slowly begin to improve and find out where that downforce can come from.
McLaren have been a team that have fought successfully for many years, Jensen. And Lewis, please just come a little bit further down to the front. What is it about this team that makes them so able to fight at the top and so competitive and successful over the years, do you think?
Well, for me, I've been here for 2 years, but already I feel like I'm part of the team, and it's very important to have that atmosphere where you all sort of work together, you build the team together, and you race as a team. You win and you lose together, and that is key to any team, be it a football team, a rugby team, or a Formula One team. And that's something that is very good here. The personnel, we have very good amount of engineers, aerodynamicists, but also the mechanics, and everyone in this team seems to be very positive when they go into a new season. Even when things haven't quite gone their way, or the team's way over the winter, they still are very positive, knowing that they can really pull themselves to the front. And you can see that because almost every year that this team races in Formula One, they are challenging for a world championship or very close to it, and they always come away with race victories. So it's a great place to be, and I've really enjoyed my time here so far, and this is still only the beginning, I feel.
And Lewis, this is your 6th season with Vodafone McLaren.
Yeah, don't mention it.
I'd imagine you've enjoyed your time here as well, which is why you've kept on coming back year after year.
Absolutely. It feels very strange to be going into my 6th season. feels very, very much like it was only yesterday that I went up to Ron when I was 10 and explained to him that I wanted to race for his team. But it's been a fantastic journey, and of course we've been competing at the front for all those years that I've been here. You know, we are one of the only teams, if not the only team, that's won a Grand Prix every year, and 3 of those years we've been competing for the title right to the end. So it just shows, as Ron's famous words, our strength in depth. You know, we've got a great team with incredible amount of strength, great foundation which we work from, and as Jensen said, they just never give up.
Stay here at the front of the car, if you will, gentlemen. I'm just going to have a quick chat to the development drivers at the back here, the boys who have been putting in so much work since Brazil. Gary Paffett, first to you. It's quite an achievement to see the car come together, and it must be great for you to play a part as well in putting the MP4-27 in one piece as we see it today.
Absolutely. Good morning, everyone. We've been driving this car in the simulator in various guises for probably about 6 months now, so it's amazing to finally see the finished product that we've been driving for so long. And yeah, the work doesn't finish now, so we will continue to develop the car during this season as we do every year, trying to help the drivers out with the race setups and everything through the race weekend as well. So the work we do in the simulator is very extensive, and hopefully it's going to really drive this team forward and challenge them for both the World Championships this year.
And we've got 3 very experienced, very talented drivers, and Oliver, you get to go first in the car. You've been given the honour of the first man to drive the MP4-27 at the shakedown in Spain next week.
Yeah, definitely. It's a great honour to be the first person to drive the car in the aero test at the weekend before the first test next week in Jerez. It's a very exciting time for everyone involved, and it's great to see the car here today. And yeah, looking forward to working hard for the rest of the season.
No pressure, just bring it back in one piece. You're also going to be driving, both of you, this year and racing as well. Gary, first with yourself, and DTM once more?
Yes, absolutely. So it will be my 9th year in DTM. Hopefully going to be challenging for another championship with Mercedes. And just sort of great thanks to my team here that allow me to do both things. It's really great to be able to still compete at a really high level while working for McLaren. So it's yeah, a great opportunity for me.
And Oliver, what about yourself? GT3?
Yeah, I will be racing the MP4-12C GT3 car this year. So really excited to continue after last year working on the development project with the car. So really looking forward to racing that car as well.
And well, good luck to both of you on the track and off it as well, where you'll be putting in many hours, I'm sure, helping to develop further this car. Jensen and Lewis, this year, subtle changes to the regulations. How beneficial is that to a racing team going forward? No major introductions for 2012?
Well, there obviously are a couple. And change in the regulations with the blowing of the diffuser, which can be quite big. It's quite a lot of lap time there. But also there's a change in the front of the nose of the car, of the height of the nose of the car. So there are a few changes that are going to make a difference, and also the difference to the look of the car. As you can see, this is a beautiful car. Many of them that you see will not be. So that's something we definitely have, and for me that's important. So there are some good rule changes that I think, they're giving the engineers and aerodynamicists something to really think about for this year. But everything seems good. Everyone seems very positive here. So we'll see what it feels like when we get out onto the circuit and that first test in Jerez.
And the pair of you make up 1/3 of the world champions that will be on the grid in 2012. First time we've ever had 6 world champions racing against each other. So is this the toughest year ever, Lewis, do you think?
I hope so. I think that's obviously we love to have the competition. I think it's great to have so many great drivers out there. Obviously we hope that there's not too many more world champions that will be added to it. Hope
It's enough.
Yeah, it's enough, definitely enough
Yeah.
world champions. But I think that's great for the fans. I think it's great for the sport, and hopefully we'll be able to put on a great show for everyone. But I think for us, we are massively motivated for this year and coming in very fresh. I think, as we said, we do have a good-looking car. I think generally when the car looks good, it generally is good. So hopefully it reflects on the circuit.
look good, feel good. I hope it is good for you both. Congratulations for being with us here this morning and helping us to unveil the MP4-27. Best of luck for the season. Ladies and gentlemen, please, Gary Paffett, Oliver Turvey, Lewis Hamilton and Jenson Button. Thank you very much, gentlemen. I think you need to make your way to the right here, if that's okay. Thanks, man. Cheers. And thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. That concludes the official launch of the Vodafone McLaren Mercedes MP4-27. Join us back here shortly for some question and answer sessions with various representatives from Vodafone McLaren Mercedes, starting with Jenson and Lewis. But for the time being, thank you very much indeed.